In today's episode, what I really wanted to talk and what I really thought I needed you to be on this call is for any hustler or anyone who wants to sell B2B, especially if they need a tool and if they're ready to rumble in this like entrepreneurial jungle, I think they should know how to get leads or get the people. There's many ways. You can probably even just ask ChatGPT or Grok, get me a list, and it might find you some
I
list.
tried. I tried asking ChatGPT. It's not really good at that. It just cannot give you a list of people.
What about the
It's really
Chinese
bad.
version of AI? What's it called? Wuhan AI.
No, Wuhan AI, COVID AI. It's DeepSeek or what? Or
DeepSeek,
the
DeepSeek. Yeah.
Z.ai or the what was the third one recently?
Kimi Baba.
Kimi, the agent. Yeah,
Made
I
by
did
Alibaba.
try. Yeah, was it? Man, Alibaba is crushing in the AI game.
Yeah,
They're
and
really
it
good.
apparently can code just the same like Claude.
hmm I had some apps made a little bit, but I think I used the latest one called ZAI for slides. It was so good. I used many different for slides, many different AIs for slides, but this one was the first one that actually made a not disgusting looking slide
Yeah.
that actually followed what I told it to put it in the slides. It was really good.
Yeah, we need to try. I haven't tried slides. I tried ChatGPT with Canva connected,
Ah,
and not that good. Not that good. Maybe my
yeah.
prompt is bad. I don't want to blame ChatGPT for that. But
Mm.
yeah, online searching leads,
Anyway,
it's easy. It's easy. It's not that hard. You can use DeepSeek. You can do whatnot. But in today's episode, I want to talk. We want to talk about any entrepreneur who is watching right now, how to make it way more specific, and using kind of free tools or free, almost free tools like Apollo and Apify. I mean, people should write this down. And I want to also maybe share
I
this.
heard about Apollo and Apify.
Yeah. Have you used them before?
I used Apify to scrape scripts of YouTube videos. That was
Nice.
really good, but I never saw anything for leads there.
Yeah. Because in many agencies now they use it a lot, and I can even slowly start sharing my screen, and I even got prepared before this podcast, and that may pick the perfect screen. Hopefully no mistake.
Not Pornhub.
No problem. No, and man, my mom is watching this podcast. Mom, don't worry. So basically, go apollo.com, .io, sorry, and log in, blah, blah, blah. It's easy. I hope so no details get leaked. And first thing first, how I try to, when you're on Apollo, you just have to do, by the way, this is only for B2B. If you're selling B2C, I think you can stay in this episode, enjoy us talking and teaching and then getting entertained. But here's an example of a search I did for B2B. And in my mind, I was imagining selling websites to or AI tools to kind of large like environmental companies. And so this is something basic, but you can make it even better. And you can add even keywords here like cloud, AVS, blah blah blah. And I put some environmental service and industry and renewable as one. Then I made this company to be from 20 to 500. I thought this was my ideal ICP, ideal client,
Wow.
and the location. And and
I
it's
see you
very
put three locations: Germany,
yeah,
Benelux, and Norway. This
yeah.
is pretty specific. It's pretty cool that you can enter Benelux as a location
I
because
was
it's not a real
shocked.
country.
Yeah, I think you can even put North Korea. Let me try.
North Korea.
No, you cannot. Okay,
Looks like
no,
not.
no
Yeah.
need Korea. But still, it's a
Only if
great.
you're selling weapons or something, that will be your target market.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, an agency that avoids sanctions. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it, guys. But
And
that's
no,
what
no.
we know. So, and after you pick on the company section, then you start building also the people, and then start with the job titles, and then I put advanced is known, and then I put management level, and I put this one. Come on, let's go, shorty, let's go.
That's a big list
It's a big
already.
list, and so I usually limit it to C-suite and founders and owners. Sometimes
Mhm.
some directors or like so. basically around 3,000. This list should be 2,900 people, and
Yeah.
you can see here that the list is quite intense. It has emails, jobs, and services, what they do, companies, and I think even LinkedIn. And what's the next step? I think what people might have to do, they will just take this link, don't do nothing. First thing, you select the company, you finish the companies, then you decide which people you want to target. Then you go to an amazing tool, Apify.
Oh yeah, Apify.
Apify. So I'm going to go apify.com, go to console. And Apify can be used also in a free version if you don't want to pay. And it's just all right and nothing bad with that. So first things, take the link. I think I said it a couple of times. And then
Wait, can I ask you something?
yeah.
Apollo, do you have the free version or the paid one to make that list?
You don't need the paid version. You can use the free version in Apollo.
Okay.
Yeah. And because if you have the paid version in Apollo, then you don't need Apify. You can start downloading them from Apollo, but it's way more expensive. I think you pay 59 euros per 1,000 leads, something, and it's like very limited.
Huh.
So basically
Okay.
here you get this link and give it to a scraper instead of doing it manually, copy paste. I think now we live on the age of scrapers. There's so many scrapers, as you said before. And here then, by the way, here then you get that list and then put it here. And then
Okay, so you copied the link from Apollo and you're putting it
Yeah.
in the Apify app, which is called Apollo Scraper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this might look a bit complicated to people, like blah blah blah. I mean, ignore it. Just listen, like read here a bit. Ignore this text. It looks scary, but what you should do is just paste this link here, and then select the amount of numbers of scrapes you want to do. I think the free version on Apollo you can do only 100 scrapes. So that's if you have literally no money. But if you pay, I think it's like $39 or something. If you pay, then you can run up to 50,000 scrapes in one run. So you don't have to do many of those 100 run. So, and then you save and start this 100, and this is for free. And you're going to see here how the actor is getting started.
The actor is getting your data.
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's going to find 100 contacts.
Yep.
For the filters that you set up in Apollo.
Yep. And I think it's done.
That was pretty fast.
Yeah, I think it's done. It says that, boom. And so now you can start exporting as a JSON file.
Okay, I see you can export different formats.
Yeah. And I don't use Microsoft. Wait, you got this tool. And here you have all these people. The data look here like cracked up and bad, but don't worry, because we have ChatGPT to help. So have you used ChatGPT for Excels and like improving your Excel sheets and stuff?
Oh yeah, and I really noticed that the best model for that was O3. I didn't use O3 for or anything, it was really slow. But when I worked with Excel sheets and stuff, I would just use O3 and it would really set up sheets or to be organized, legible. It was really good. Yeah.
And the way I do it, like, is I'm using also O3. I think maybe we need another topic, another video, just talking about AI models, O3 or the latest ChatGPT 5, because it's going wild on Twitter. And I take the data, for example, I'm not gonna do it right now because I already did it once, and I do it on Perplexity. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
And because I prepare for this, so here I run it on O3, and then I write the prompt, and the prompt has to be very specific, very like, hey, for example, what we need from the filtering thing, we need the name, first name, last name, we need the email, the website of the counterparty, and the LinkedIn. For our agency, when we need to the outreach, we need those names. We write the prompt here, attach the file, and then you'll get the results. And I have one result here that's already, the data has been cleaned.
Okay.
So and it looks super nice, like here.
Oh, okay, nice.
And I think it's a lot. I think we got to have 12,000. So
12,000.
12,000. And this costs us like $5, I think, for
Wow.
our agency. And here you have the LinkedIn, the names, the emails. By the way, this data is all public, so don't worry. And here's the website. And
Yeah, that's another question I guess I have. This data, is it safe to use? Like, is it some breach of GDPR if I reach out to these people on email?
I think only if you don't like money, maybe you breach GDPR and stuff. I think you literally go upload.io and log in with your Google account. Anyone has access to internet.
Yeah.
Anyone. So you just this data is accepted by Google. Just have an
Mm.
account sign up for Apollo,
Yeah.
and then you see the data.
Okay, so it's probably just publicly accessible data, but they have like an agentic scraper that goes on
Yeah,
the internet and finds all these contacts.
yeah.
Do you think that your name and my name are
I think
in the
probably is
database?
it. And I was listening to another podcast of a guy talking how to build a business like this, how they do it, and apparently many names they just guess. They just guess. They go scrape the data on LinkedIn, and then they find the company they are working, and then they guess first name, last name, then at company you're working at google.com. Like Omar Iruli at google.com, Ante at google.com. So many of them, these are like guesses, and then they match them with LinkedIn if they find your name or something like that. But so yeah, it's kind
Interesting.
of yeah. But the fun part is what you're gonna do with this data. I mean, just keep it beautifully saved on your desk or on your computer to take space. No, man. We gonna start bombarding people with our services and what we have to sell. Let's go. Let's make that money. Let's make that cheese. So you can use many tools to reach out, and you can even use your own email. For God's sake, if you wanna be stingy and not spend a bit of money, you can use your own email and just privately. Bum bada bing bada boom bada bum bada boom. But you can use also tools like Instantly AI. I think yeah, you can do that. Instantly AI. Where here we have been running, me and Ante, we have been running also some outreach for our own agencies. And by the way, these are our agencies. This is a shameless pitch. We have me and Ante. We run this agency called AGR the Agency, where we provide coders to startups and like companies, IT type people who need to build something great. And another one,
If you need good coders that are very cheap,
yeah,
reach out.
yeah. And then another one we have Storm Call.
Oh,
The no, Storm Call is not working the website, but I think it's temporarily down. Just during the recording.
it's
I
under
think
maintenance. It's gonna come out much better than it was.
yeah. And also maybe it's temporary because we're gonna fix that later. But yeah, and then what you do, I started here an example set. Then you go on the leads. Then you upload the CSV file. CSV. And then you match the data here. For example, city, we don't need the city. We don't need the country. We need the email of the counterparty. We need the first name. And where's the email? The LinkedIn. Okay, in this case, I think. Oh, yeah.
Better
Here's the
scroll a
data.
bit more.
Yeah. So we have also the
Oh,
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn URL. Yeah.
Yeah. We have even the organization. We have lots of data here. And
You know,
website.
I guess you can use O3 and specifically tell it to
Oh,
include only the most essential data. So you have an easier time importing here.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. But for example, here it says detected 9,000. And what you do, we have already done for another campaign here. I'm just going to go to another of our campaigns, which, for example, this one was super successful. We had like 4 calls. And here is like after you match the leads here, now loading. After you match them, here's the lead topic, and then you build the sequences or the messaging sequence. You write it based like on prompts and based on like names. So you leave this empty, and then the job title from your list will be populated here. And this is how the email will look like.
Hi, quick note on OpenSense Momentum. So I guess this is the name, Amit. OpenSense, I guess, is the company of the person. And then also it has a sentence here that looks personalized based on the company's business type. which is pretty cool. Then there's
Maybe.
an
Sorry, there's even more. Like this one is, for example,
uh-huh.
then we build a different variation of the sequence. So this is,
Okay.
yeah. And
So yeah, these you wrote yourself and put variables in?
variables. So basically, exactly. Thanks for saying that. I write it myself and then put the variables like here. Pay first name. This is a variable. Account signature is variable, and industry is variable. So some are super personalized, some are a little bit personalized. But if you need more templates or like examples, you can literally go on the template side, and then instead the AI has many emails that are written for you. They just write them. Like it depends on if you're
Yeah.
company, you just write it and go on, and then you start sending. Like literally bombard people a bit, and like this campaign is almost done, so we have had 4 calls here, opportunities, and yeah, that's that. Basically, I told you the whole journey, how you start from finding the ideal customer like profile, and running them through scrapers, cleaning the data is here, and after the data is cleaned, you'll go either instant AI or Salesforce. There's many other tools that are there. You build an email sequence and start sending people emails, and hopefully your business, in our case, HR.agency, start getting leads, wanna buy from you or like get service from you. So that basically at that point you need to have a good service, a good business, and that's something that people need. What do you think,
Mm.
Ante? Was this helpful?
Yeah. Wow, I mean, the scale of this just looks insane. 12,000 people. I can imagine, even if you have a very bad outreach message, if you message 12,000 people, some will convert, some will be interested. Especially if you have a high margin business, one customer can mean a lot.
Yeah, like imagine you build websites, and not many people know AI tools, so they're gonna go to website building studios, and you sell one website for like $5,000, and it costs you to build like
Yeah.
1,000, or just your time if you're coding it for real. So I think it's a win-win, and we also tried. Now we're trying this also the podcasting, and I hope people like learn a bit. Like it's entertainment, but also fun and informational. Like our journey is just like on the first year, so but it's just going up the hill and like upstream.
Yeah, there's no stopping. I think you know what I learned
Mm.
recently? Generalists like you and me
Mhm.
are gonna have the best time now because we're using AI to learn new skills, to like do marketing, a little bit of
Yeah,
programming, a little bit of design, all of these different things. And just knowing all these tools helps generalists, you know,
yeah,
to sell products, to pitch, to build. It's incredible.
yeah. When you're niche down, you might have these eye blinds, like a horse. When you have those eye blinds and you just know one thing, and you have to be polymath. I think that would be polymath. Like you have to be Michelangelo, Da Vinci, where you know
Yeah.
a bit of math, a bit of engineering, a bit of like everything, like people skills, like or ideas. Like even Peter Thiel says that the problem with modern world, modern entrepreneur is not money or finances, but it's the idea, coming out with something to sell, something to do, something to innovate. And no, there's no
Yeah,
reason to not.
100%.
Yeah,
There's no reason. There's no reason.
yeah.
But yeah, this is really incredible. And I hope if you're watching this, you're gonna use the same tool. And as you said, it's free up until 100 contacts, right? But I guess
On
you
one
can
run.
for one run, but you can do multiple runs and then build up the list 100 by 100, right?
Yeah, basically, in our case, we paid $5, but to do that list quickly in one run, just to save a bit of time. But that's way cheaper than Apollo. Like paying, like probably have to pay like 1,000 or 500 for Apollo.
Mm. Apify is really ruining Polo's business.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
This, like, who knows? Like many industries are not safe now with AI, and with scraping.
Yeah. They're coming to get you as well.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, man, it's scary. But you know what? My brother, he is a construction guy, but he has this fun like anecdotes that he said, if you wake up in the morning and you wait for orders, your job is taken by AI. Anyone can take your job. If you just wake up in the morning and say, give me orders, boss, if you have that sort of fetish. But if you wake up in the morning and you say, okay, what am I gonna do today? What am I gonna innovate today? If you are that type of personality, man, nobody like can stop.
Yeah, 100%. Then
Yeah.
you can give orders to your robot slave what to do, you know?
Yeah, agents. Like you have an army
Yeah.
of agents. Man, we need to talk in the
Yeah.
future about agents, building agents, and mini employees. That's another topic I want like our viewers to learn from us. And what like we can even talk about AI tools. Basically, like AI, AI voice recorder, note takers. I think this is unbelievably good. Like this is like a mini slave. Eh,
100%. 100%. You know, I'm a bit afraid of how much context I want to give to AI of my personal life so that it helps me. I saw that Amazon recently invested in one of these variables that listens everything you do so that you can basically chat with the conversations that you have in your real life. You know, it's like a chat interface with the context of knowing what you talked about with whom and so on.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit scary, but yeah, I think for some reason, some cases, people who use that technology will get a head start. But 100%, we can talk about more tools in the future.
Yeah, we are ready. More tools. We even gonna have some brainstorm idea sessions. We're gonna have even some guests in the future, like to properly like get the juice.
Yeah, next time, CEO of Google,
Yeah,
Sundar is coming.
so that is coming. See you. You know what? We should have a goal. This podcast will stop producing and recording if we get one of the big CEOs on the podcast. Elon, Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, or Tim Cook. Is that an ambition goal?
Okay. It's a very small first goal. Yeah, it's very achievable.
I love you, brother. I love you. But yeah, guys, I
Yeah.
had a lot to say, and like maybe now we can also wrap it up, and like it's like like a juicy podcast. And till Sundar Pichai or Elon Musk comes, we are not gonna stop. So see you guys till next time.
See you. Thanks.
Ciao, ciao.